Hello and welcome to the Traction Maintenance Depot here at Kidderminster on the Severn Valley Railway. Now, we've been releasing quite a few steam videos recently, and some of you have been asking, well, where's our diesels? Well, today you're in luck because we're going behind the scenes with Paul from the Western Locomotive Association, and he's going to give us a sneak peek into what they've got going on at the moment. So let's get in there.
Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Paul Finch. I'm the Vice Chairman and Publicity Officer of the Western Locomotive Association. I'm talking to you here today from the Traction Maintenance Depot at Kidderminster. I want to bring you up to date on what we're doing with our locomotives, which I hope you find interesting. As you may be aware, the WLA own 3 Western Class 52 diesel hydraulic locomotives. Our operational locomotive, D1062, you can see here beside me, so I'll talk about a bit about what we're doing on D1062 in a moment. Our other locomotives, D1013, Western Ranger, we've got some exciting news that I'll share with you on progress on Ranger's long-term overhaul, and we'll also be taking a quick look at D1048 Western Lady, which is our most recent acquisition. I'm standing here now at the A end of D1062 Western Courier. This locomotive is the Western Locomotive Association's current operational locomotive, and so all hands on deck at the moment working hard to get this locomotive ready for the up and coming Severn Valley Railway diesel gala. As you can see, locomotive looks in great condition. All things considered, this locomotive was built in 1963 and taken out of service in 1974. So it only ran on British Railways for 12 years. I hope I've got my maths right. It was purchased by the WLA in 1976 and has been running in preservation since that date. We're extremely proud of the fact that the WLA have operated service trains on preserved railways every year since 1977, with the exception of 2020, when for non-WLA reasons we couldn't pull any service trains. But as I said, the focus at the moment is getting this loco ready to operate at the up and coming diesel gala. Every year over the winter period, we do carry out a number of maintenance tasks on the locomotive, and we're usually very focused on sort of preemptive maintenance, changing parts for overhauled parts rather than having a failure while the loco is in service. And we've been following that process this year over the winter period, where we've been carrying out a number of tasks. We still have a number of tasks to complete. An oil change on one of the transmissions is one of the outstanding tasks. We've got some recertification of air cylinders to be carried out, and obviously the locomotive will ultimately go through a full examination before being signed off as fit for service. One of the more interesting jobs we've had to carry out this year is during an inspection of the bogies under the locomotive, we noticed that one of the equalising beams on one of the bogies had moved and was potentially rubbing. So over the past few weeks, we've lifted the locomotive, we've removed the bogie with the offending equalising beam. The problem's been identified. A new equalising beam has been fitted this week, and only 2 days ago the bogie was put back under the locomotive and we're now connecting everything back up so the locomotive can be moved and we can move on with the next job. One of the other jobs we're carrying out at the moment is the completion of the long-term overhaul of D1013 Western Ranger. The last major job that we've had to do is the overhaul of both bogies from the locomotive. And here I am standing behind or in front of A-end bogie, which is currently going through that overhaul process. We've already completed the job on B-end, and we're probably approaching halfway through A-end overhaul at the moment. The first part of the job is probably the horrible part. It's been removing 60 years of, I'm going to use the polite word, dirt from the bogie that's built up from its operating days in British Rail and its operations in preservation. And at times that crud that we've been chipping away at has been, half an inch thick. It's quite incredible how it's built up over the years. You don't often get the chance to see close up one of these bogies because usually they're under the locomotive. So what you can see here is one of the final drives, where ultimately, power is being passed through to the axles. You can see the other final drive, the intermediate drive connecting to the transmission in the loco. So, it's fascinating to work on pieces of equipment like this. And we can't wait to get this back under the loco and hopefully having Western Ranger running for the big anniversary we have next year on the 26th of February, celebrating 50 years since the last Westerns operated on British Rail. Here I am now sitting in the cab of D1048 Western Lady. Western Lady was donated to the Western Locomotive Association a couple of years ago. The owners of the loco at the time, choosing the WLA as the preservation organisation they thought most likely able to get Lady back into service. So we accepted the loco on those terms. We refused to accept the donation. We actually did pay them for the loco. I think we paid £10.48 or something like that to them. The loco that you see here is in the XBR 1977 condition, so it really is a time capsule. It's fabulous to look around and see things as they were nearly 50 years ago. Our task at the moment is very much about investigation, finding out the exact condition of the locomotive with a view to getting the locomotive operational again if what we find allows us to do so. And to date, we've been extremely encouraged by what we've found. The loco is in better condition than we were expecting. And as we announced a couple of weeks ago with the latest update on the condition of the locomotive, we're actually quite hopeful that we might even be able to get at least one of the engines started in the near future. So watch this space for news. We'll certainly keep you updated. So let me take you into the heart of Western Lady. Please follow me. Mind your head as you're walking. We're passing here the elements on one of the cooler groups, which obviously is used to keep the locomotive and engines cool when operating. And underneath the cooler group is the transmission, part of the essential heart of the loco. Come on through this door and into the engine room. And here we find one of the Maybach MD 655 engines that power these locomotives, generating 1,350 horsepower of power. I'm with Mike Tromans, if you can see Mike, who's busy doing what Mike and many of our working members do every weekend, and even that's probably incorrect. Many days in the week they're here working on these locomotives. One of the challenges we've found on Lady is when trying to fill this engine with oil, we've found a leak on the oil pipe used to fill the engine with oil. So that oil pipe had actually split. So Mike is busy trying to remove that pipe at the moment. And as you can see where you have to do this work, accessibility is not always the easiest thing. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the small snippet we've been able to give you of the activities of the Western Locomotive Association and our 3 locomotives. What I was pleased to be able to show you was one of our volunteers hard at work in Western Lady, because it wouldn't be possible to do what we do without the dedication of the volunteers, the working members that we have that spend so much of their free time here at the TMD working on the locomotives. You'll find us here every Saturday, every Wednesday and many other days in the week on top of those days. So please do come and join us at the Diesel Gala at the Severn Valley Railway in mid-May, where you can see Western Courier in action, obviously along with many other locomotives. Again, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you all soon.